Hey guys, what's going on? Guys, this video is for my girlies in high-end retail, luxury retail. If I was y'all, get out of that business. Everybody knows retail is, especially high-end retail, stores like Saks, Neiman Marcus, places like that are in trouble. Okay, so it's only a matter of time before these stores have to make decisions on who they're going to keep. We already know who's going to be first to be up out of there. Okay, anybody of color, I don't care whether you're black, Hispanic, Pacific Islander, whatever, POC, over 50. If you're in any of those categories and you are in retail, high-end retail, you're definitely out of there. All right. Now, that being said, don't wait. Don't wait until everybody is looking for a job. Okay. I got out of high-end luxury retail personally because I already know what's going to happen. There are a lot of fields that you could still get into, but you got to think non-traditional female careers. Okay. Now I have my own thing. I have a lot of things going, but I decided that I still want to do a little something. I always wanted a career in law enforcement. Okay. I couldn't do it because at the time my son was young and my mother refused to help me, as far as, making sure that, my son would be taken care of if anything happens to me. That was her way of, protection. I get it. She didn't want him to, she didn't want me to she really didn't want to end up raising him. So that's just the bottom line. But, the fact of the matter is, guys, you do not have to do a traditional career for a woman. Those traditional careers don't pay, and they are, eliminating a lot of those so-called traditional career jobs. A lot of women do not have higher education. And when I say higher education, I mean you have a high school diploma. You may have you may not have a technical license, but you at least have a high school diploma. You've been getting by, all these years, no problem. But you're going to have to upskill now. So I would suggest personally getting licensed to carry. Now, a lot of us, I personally am going to become licensed to carry, because like I said, I wanted a career in law enforcement and I did it. So I think that now, because of the climate, I think more than just getting that concealed carry for work, it's a necessity. Just being a female, I'm just keeping it a buck. Ladies, we need to be concerned with our safety, as well as taking tactical classes, because it's not just for work. It's for your own personal safety and security. Especially, you got a family, you got property, you got things you got to do, you got your personal safety. As you can see, listen, when I'm out, even in my own car, I'm alert and conscious of my surroundings. So you will always see me look, because I'm always looking. Okay. Never get too comfortable. You just never get too comfortable. That's why another reason why I would have been great in law enforcement is because I'm always like anticipating some shit could pop off, whatever the case may be. And I just always stay alert, and you always got to pay attention. But if you're in retail, high-end retail, definitely start looking now in non-traditional employment. Do not waste your time trying to, do these generic jobs that they like to put us in. Somebody has to do those jobs, but most of those jobs, they do not pay well enough, and you're stuck. Okay. You have to think about non-traditional trades, things of that nature, especially if you're a young woman. Now, if you're 50 plus like me and you're just buying time until, you retire, because it's not everybody that can't retire, okay? If you haven't made the financial, moves that you need to make, that you can't retire, that's most unfortunate, and you really have to find something now that you could do for a long time, or at least make enough that you could put some away and determine there will be a time in your life that you could retire. Because if you get sick, you're automatically, you will be retired, okay? Whether it's on a sick bed or what have you. So don't wait until that point. If anything happens, you will be technically retired. Even though you'll be collecting disability or something like that, you're retired. So why, wait for that? I'm telling you, ladies, non-traditional employment, look it up for women, because they pay more. Like, as a armed security officer, all you need to do is get your 8, your 12, your 16 hour, and then you go for your concealed carry. You can do all of this through an agency, or you could just, what I'm doing is I'm just going right in to a gun training center to do everything myself. So I already have everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply to Brinks and some other places. Garda, there's so many. You could become an armed transporter. You could do private work. Ladies, get your concealed carry. That will open up other doors for you, and it will do many other things for you that I won't have to say on here. Concealed carry, tactical defense. This is what's needed, because it is not a game out here. And as far as that retail goes, that shit is dead, ladies. Believe me, after 19 years, I had to come to terms with it, and me giving it up was hard. But I saw the writing on the wall even before Sachs filed Chapter 11, okay? I worked for them too, in their Greenwich location in Connecticut, of course in cosmetics, years ago. And the writing was on the wall then. So if you choose to stay in retail and wait till the end, do whatever you have to do. But I'm telling you, make your exit plan now, because they're not going to be giving no package deals. It's just going to be out the door. You get your unemployment, and that's about it. So while you're still working there, figure out what you can do, or what other skills you have, hard skills, soft skills. You will definitely need, coming out of retail, you will definitely need to be upskilled, because I'm not trying to, disrespect you, but a lot of people I have met in retail, that's all they've ever done in their life, and they are very, low skilled. It's not enough to run a register and sell whatever you sell. There's more to life out here going on than that. And a lot of those jobs make people lazy. They can become complacent. And then later they become complainers and pissed off because they can't find another job doing anything else, because you haven't upskilled. You haven't, done anything other than stand there behind that register, and or whatever, kiosk, whatever. Because retail is done. Retail is done. I don't know who, thinks that it's not, but it really is. And I'm talking about forward-facing retail, where you're actually there in a big store selling products. It is just not the way business is done. TikTok Shop, Amazon is the way that Temu, AliExpress, all these platforms is now taking the majority of the business away from these retail giants, okay? So get yourself informed, get yourself a skill, a trade, get upskilled, and get out of that retail, because it is coming, the end is coming for it, and you don't want to be scrambling out here looking for a job or something, an opportunity, with thousands of other people, because, they've been, put out. Take care. Bye.